Good afternoon, staff. I want to do a quick 3-minute video for a 3-day weekend. So happy Thursday, because we got a 3-day weekend. I wanted to follow up and just get a chance to speak to everyone because I didn't have an opportunity to be at the staff meeting. But following up on that, what I want to say as we go through this journey, as we build these things together, we hear you. That we heard a need for a clear set of guidelines, that we heard the need for support as we work to make these changes. And to be honest, a school environment is the perfect place to challenge and also encourage and stretch our thinking. But as we're doing that, how do we build a clear focus? And what we also want to do is we try some of these new things that we're supporting each other. And your MTSS committee, everyone is here to support each other as we try these things. Because if we acknowledge this really as a process, that MTSS is not going anywhere, and that our goal is to do whatever it takes to ensure that all our students are successful, we also need to accept that I say risk is necessary to ensure that we're meeting the unique needs of kids. When I say risk is we have to step outside of our comfort zone. We're doing things differently than anybody else. And learning is messy. And we've got to be comfortable with trying those new things. And that's what I mean by risk. We're trying these new things that we're willing to have some failure, some growth, but also then revise to get better. When we ended last year, and so to document this for a minute, we ended last year, there was a request to build more structures and systems. So we started this year, August. We're going to move to Q visits instead of Google Documents as a school, as a system. Why? Because that has allowed for better clerical support, better support, staff support, administrative support, teacher, district level. It all builds in there. So we moved away from documenting our meeting logs there to Q visits, and that's where they should be. And we'll continue support when we build along that. In September, we pushed and presented a common set of assurances, and we built that together with teachers, with counseling, with our support staff, everyone coming together to do that together, to build those common assurances. In October, then we sent out an MTSS form. We released that, we updated our SART process. We've gotten feedback, we've continued to revise from there. November, just the other day, we presented, again, an MTSS flow chart to help build some of those structures. And I understand, we're again continuing to develop and create what that needs to look like, and what came out of that is some support and PD is needed. Understood. So what I see is, again, where did we hear PD needed? Around communication. What are going to be some of those comms needs around having communication for our staff, to families, to students? Understood. We'll build that time in. How do we do Q best practices? What do we make sure we're documenting, and how do we do those things? And then also knowing that mass visits is a request, and we're building on that training will be coming for that. But what can we do now? So I would say, as we're building these comments and we're building that communication, professional decorum is always at the forefront of what we do. Just like we would communicate with each other, we keep that professional decorum involved in our comments, in our documentation, all those pieces. You keep it factual. You tie it to what we know, you leave emotions to the side, and if you need to, you can mark something as not shared if you don't feel it's ready to go out to the masses. So what is my ask? Our ask is we keep it what's best for the learners, and we focus on that. And if we're doing this together and we continue to build these processes, what we're going to do is empower all of our staff to make the best decisions at the closest point possible to the students. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.